I kind of want the world record more than the gold medal right now. If I get the world record before the Olympic Games, I'll be the happiest.
Florence Griffith Joyner, or FloJo, was the fastest woman in history. She broke world records, won Olympic gold, and became famous for her flashy style. But her life wasn't just about speed and glamour. This is the story of FloJo's rise to fame, her struggles, and her lasting impact on sports. From Watts to the world stage, Florence Griffith. Joyner's journey began in the tough neighborhood of Watts, Los Angeles. Born on December 21, 1959, she was the seventh of 11 children in a family that faced constant financial struggles. Her parents' divorce when she was young added to the challenges, but it was during this time that Florence discovered her passion for running. At just 7 years old, she found herself racing against jackrabbits in the California desert while visiting her father. This unconventional training ground sparked a fire in young Florence, setting the stage for her future athletic prowess. Despite the hardships of growing up in a crowded household in a rough neighborhood, Florence's competitive spirit flourished. Her talents extended beyond the track. At an early age, she developed a keen interest in fashion, often sewing her own clothes. This fusion of athleticism and style would later become her trademark, captivating audiences worldwide. Florence's natural abilities caught the eye of coaches early on. At Jordan High School, she set records in sprinting events, but it wasn't until she reached college that her true potential began to emerge. Under the guidance of Coach Bob Kersey at UCLA, Florence honed her skills and laid the foundation for her future Olympic success. The road to Olympic glory, Florence Griffith. Joyner's path to becoming an Olympic legend was marked by both triumphs and setbacks. Her first taste of Olympic competition came in 1984 at the Los Angeles Games. Despite high hopes, she walked away with a silver medal in the 200-meter event, finishing behind her rival Valerie Briscoe-Hooks. This second-place finish, while impressive for a debut, left Florence hungry for more. It ignited a fire within her to push harder and reach for the top spot on the podium. The years following the 1984 Olympics saw Florence refine her technique, build her strength, and develop the mental toughness required to excel at the highest level of international competition. During this period, Florence also experienced personal joy and growth. She met fellow Olympian Al Joyner, the 1984 triple jump gold medalist. Their shared passion for athletics and mutual understanding of the pressures of high-level competition formed the basis of a strong relationship. They married in 1987, just a year before Florence's most triumphant moment on the track. The lead-up to the 1988 Seoul Olympics saw Florence Griffith Joyner transform into FloJo, the iconic athlete known not just for her speed but for her flamboyant style. She began to wear her signature one-legged bodysuits, grew her nails to extraordinary lengths, and embraced a bold, unapologetic approach to her appearance on the track. This period also marked a significant improvement in her performance. At the 1988 U.S. Olympic trials, Florence shocked the world by shattering the 100-meter world record with a time of 10.49 seconds, a mark that still stands today. This dramatic leap in performance set the stage for what would be a historic showing at the Seoul Olympics. Seoul 1988, FloJo's finest hour. The 1988 Seoul Olympics became the defining moment of Florence Griffith Joyner's career, cementing her status as the fastest woman in history. The Games opened with high expectations for FloJo, and she did not disappoint. In the 100-meter final, Florence exploded out of the blocks, her long nails glinting in the stadium lights. She crossed the finish line in 10.54 seconds, securing her first Olympic gold medal and setting a new Olympic record. The performance was electrifying, showcasing Florence's raw power and speed to a global audience. But it was in the 200-meter event that Florence truly left her mark on Olympic history. In the final, she scorched the track with a time of 21.34 seconds, shattering the world record and leaving her competitors far behind. This record, like her 100-meter mark, remains unbroken to this day, a testament to Florence's extraordinary abilities. Florence's dominance continued in the 4x 100-meter relay, where she anchored the U.S. team to another gold medal. Her final medal of the Games, a silver in the 4x 400-meter relay, brought her total Olympic haul to 3 golds and 1 silver, making her the star of the Seoul Olympics. Beyond her athletic achievements, Florence's appearance at the Games captivated the world. Her one-legged bodysuits, long flowing hair, and elaborately decorated nails brought a new level of glamour to track and field. She proved that an athlete could be both fiercely competitive and unabashedly feminine, challenging stereotypes and inspiring a generation of young women. The Seoul Olympics marked the pinnacle of Florence Griffith Joyner's career. Her performances were so dominant, her style so unique, that she transcended the world of athletics to become a global cultural icon. In the aftermath of the Games, Florence found herself at the height of fame, with endorsement deals, media appearances, and worldwide recognition. Style, substance, and speculation. Florence Griffith Joyner's impact on track and field extended far beyond her record-breaking performances. Her bold fashion choices revolutionized the sport's aesthetic, bringing a level of glamour and individuality previously unseen on the track. FloJo's signature one-legged bodysuits, often adorned with vibrant colors and daring cuts, became her trademark. These outfits, which she often designed herself, challenged the conventional wisdom of what athletes should wear. Her long, elaborately decorated nails, sometimes extending up to 6 inches, became another iconic element of her look. This fusion of athletics and fashion wasn't just about standing out, it was a statement of individuality and empowerment. Florence showed that athletes, particularly women, could embrace their femininity without compromising their competitive edge. Her influence can still be seen today in the personalized styles of many track and field athletes. However, with her meteoric rise to fame and her dramatic improvement in performance came intense scrutiny. Speculation about the use of performance-enhancing drugs began to circulate, fueled by the dramatic drop in her race times and her increasingly muscular physique. Florence vehemently denied these accusations throughout her career. She attributed her success to innovative training techniques, including floating and windmill arm motions, as well as an intense weight training regimen. She never failed a drug test and maintained her innocence until her death. Despite the controversy, Florence's impact on the sport remained undeniable. She brought unprecedented attention to women's track and field, inspiring countless young athletes and changing the face of the sport forever. Life after the fast lane. Following her triumphant performance at the 1988 Seoul Olympics, Florence Griffith Joyner made the surprising decision to retire from competitive athletics. At just 29 years old and seemingly at the peak of her abilities, Florence chose to step away from the track, leaving fans and fellow athletes in shock. Her post-athletic career was as diverse and colorful as her time on the track. Florence ventured into various fields, leveraging her fame and creativity. She designed Olympic uniforms for the Indiana Pacers NBA team, launched a line of hosiery and cosmetics, and even tried her hand at acting with appearances in soap operas. In 1993, President Bill Clinton appointed Florence as co-chair of the President's Council on Physical Fitness. In this role, she traveled the country, promoting the benefits of exercise and healthy living to America's youth. Her vibrant personality and status as an Olympic hero made her an effective ambassador for fitness. Florence also focused on her personal life during this time. In 1990, she and Al welcomed their daughter, Mary Ruth. Motherhood became a central part of Florence's life, and she devoted much of her time to raising her daughter and strengthening her family bonds. Despite stepping away from competitive running, Florence maintained her connection to the sport. She wrote several books on fitness and athletics, including her autobiography, Running for Dummies. She also continued to make appearances at track meets and sporting events, always drawing crowds eager to catch a glimpse of the legendary FloJo. However, even as she built a life beyond athletics, the specter of doping allegations continued to hover over her legacy, casting a shadow on her remarkable achievements. The persistent shadow, doping allegations. Throughout her career and even after her retirement, Florence Griffith Joyner faced persistent allegations of performance-enhancing drug use. These accusations were fueled by her dramatic improvement in performance, particularly her world record-breaking runs at the 1988 U.S. Olympic trials and the Seoul Olympics. Critics pointed to Florence's muscular physique and the significant drop in her race times as evidence of potential doping. Her 100-meter world record of 10.49 seconds at the 1988 U.S. Olympic trials represented an improvement of 0.47 seconds over her previous best, a margin that many found suspiciously large. Florence consistently and vehemently denied these allegations. She attributed her success to intensive training, innovative techniques, and a disciplined approach to diet and exercise. Her husband and coach, Al Joyner, often spoke about the grueling workouts and unique training methods they employed, including unconventional sprint drills and weight training routines. It's important to note that Florence never failed a drug test throughout her career. She was subjected to the standard testing protocols of her time, including at major competitions like the Olympics. The lack of any positive test results provided her with a strong defense against the accusations. However, the controversy persisted. Some pointed to the limitations of drug testing in the 1980s, arguing that certain performance-enhancing substances might have been undetectable at the time. Others speculated about potential masking agents or techniques to avoid detection. The debate over Florence's performances has continued long after her retirement and even after her death. Some view her records with skepticism, while others defend them as the product of exceptional talent and hard work. This ongoing controversy has cast a long shadow over Florence Griffith Joyner's legacy. It has sparked broader discussions about doping in sports, the limitations of drug testing, and the sometimes fine line between natural talent and artificial enhancement. Despite these debates, Florence's impact on track and field and her status as an iconic figure in sports history remain undeniable. Personal struggles and health challenges. Behind the glamour and athletic prowess, Florence Griffith Joyner faced personal challenges that were largely hidden from public view. Chief among these was her struggle with epilepsy, a condition she had managed since childhood. Florence experienced seizures throughout her life, although the frequency and severity of these episodes were not widely known during her competitive years. She learned to manage her condition, often keeping it private, to avoid it affecting her athletic career or public image. The stress of high-level competition and the intense scrutiny she faced likely exacerbated her health issues. The constant pressure to perform, coupled with the emotional toll of doping allegations, created a challenging environment for Florence to navigate. Despite these difficulties, Florence maintained a positive public persona. She was known for her vibrant personality and infectious smile, rarely letting her personal struggles show in public appearances or interviews. Her marriage to Al Joyner, while a source of support and stability, also faced its share of challenges. The couple had to balance their individual athletic careers, public scrutiny, and later, family life with the birth of their daughter Mary Ruth in 1990. Florence's health issues became more pronounced in the years following her retirement. She experienced more frequent seizures, although the exact nature and progression of her condition remained private. These personal struggles and health challenges provide a poignant counterpoint to Florence's public image as an invincible athlete. They remind us of the human behind the hero, the vulnerable person behind the world records and gold medals. Florence's ability to achieve so much while managing these personal difficulties adds another layer of impressiveness to her already remarkable story. A life cut short. The world was shocked on September 21, 1998, when news broke that Florence Griffith Joyner had died at the age of 38. The fastest woman in history had passed away in her sleep at her home in Mission Viejo, California. The day before her death, Florence had spent time with her family, showing no signs of ill health. She went to bed that night as usual, but when her husband Al tried to wake her the next morning, he found her unresponsive, Emergency services were called, but it was too late. Florence was pronounced dead at the scene. The sudden and unexpected nature of her passing sent shockwaves through the sports world and beyond. An autopsy was conducted to determine the cause of death. The findings revealed that Florence had died of suffocation during an epileptic seizure. The medical examiner discovered that she had a cavernous angioma, a congenital brain abnormality that made her prone to seizures. During the night, Florence had experienced a severe seizure. In the process, her head had turned in a way that blocked her airway, leading to suffocation. The tragic event highlighted the severity of Florence's epilepsy, a condition she had managed privately for years. The news of Florence's death led to an outpouring of grief from fans, fellow athletes, and public figures around the world. Many were stunned that such a vibrant, seemingly healthy former athlete could be taken so young. In the aftermath of her death, discussions about epilepsy awareness gained prominence. Florence's struggle with the condition, largely unknown during her lifetime, became an important part of her story. Florence Griffith Joyner's untimely death added a tragic dimension to her extraordinary life story. It served as a stark reminder of the fragility of life, even for those who seem superhuman in their abilities. The world had lost not just a great athlete, but a cultural icon who had inspired millions with her speed, style, and indomitable spirit, legacy, and lasting impact. More than 2 decades after her death, Florence Griffith Joyner's impact on track and field and popular culture remains profound. Her world records in the 100 and 200 meters have stood for over 30 years, a testament to her extraordinary talent and the magnitude of her achievements. FloJo's influence extends far beyond her athletic accomplishments. She redefined the image of the female athlete, proving that one could be fiercely competitive and unapologetically glamorous. Her bold fashion choices on the track paved the way for athletes to express their individuality through their appearance. In the world of track and field, Florence remains an icon. Many of today's top sprinters, particularly women, cite her as an inspiration. Her combination of speed, style, and charisma set a new standard for what it meant to be a star athlete. Florence's legacy also includes her contributions off the track. Her work on the President's Council on Physical Fitness helped promote the importance of exercise and healthy living to a generation of Americans. The Florence Griffith Joyner Youth Foundation, established in her memory, continues to support young athletes and promote community development. However, Florence's legacy is not without controversy. The unresolved questions about potential performance-enhancing drug use continue to spark debate among sports historians and fans. This aspect of her story has become part of broader discussions about doping in sports and the nature of athletic achievement. Despite these debates, Florence Griffith Joyner's place in sports history is secure. She remains one of the most recognizable and influential track and field athletes of all time. Her tragic early death adds a poignant note to her story, leaving fans to wonder what more she might have achieved had her life not been cut short. Florence Griffith Joyner's life, with its triumphs and tragedies, continues to captivate and inspire. She remains a symbol of speed, style, and the pursuit of excellence. Her influence felt long after her final race. FloJo's life was full of highs and lows. She amazed the world with her speed and style, but also faced tough challenges. Her sudden death at 38 shocked everyone and left many questions. Even though some people doubted her, FloJo's world records still stand today. She changed how people see women athletes and inspired many to follow their dreams. FloJo's story shows us that life can be short, but a person's impact can last forever.